your legs weaken first after 50. Eat these 6 foods to strengthen muscles and boost joint health. You might not even notice it at first, but your legs may already be growing weaker. One day, getting out of your favorite chair takes more effort than before. A few months later, climbing stairs leaves you winded. Simple tasks like bending down or walking across the room begin to feel heavier. It doesn't happen overnight. It sneaks up on you. And sadly, it's often brushed off as just aging. But behind the scenes, your muscles are quietly wasting away. This is called muscle atrophy, and your legs are the first to feel it. Once your leg strength fades, everything changes. Balance becomes shaky, walking becomes risky, and a single fall could mean a broken bone, a hospital stay, or even the loss of your independence. But here's the hope. This decline is not inevitable. You can slow it down, and even reverse it, by giving your body the right support. While many believe exercise is the only way to stay strong, nutrition is just as important, especially as we age. Today, I'll show you 2 powerful foods that can help rebuild strength in your legs, protect your muscles, and keep you moving with confidence well into your golden years. Chances are you already have at least one of these in your kitchen, but you might not be eating enough of it to make a difference. So stay with me until the very end, because each food comes with a science-backed reason and a simple way to use it daily. And before we jump in, go ahead and tap that like button if you care about staying active and independent. Subscribe to Golden Wise Elders for more life-changing tips each week. And in the comments, tell me, have you noticed any changes in your leg strength lately? Let's start this journey together with food number 1, egg. What many people don't realize is that one of the simplest, most affordable foods we already have in our kitchens, eggs, can play a powerful role in protecting our legs, muscles, and mobility. When eaten the right way, eggs help reduce painful muscle cramps, restore nerve muscle connection, and rebuild the strength that keeps us steady. That's because eggs are one of the only natural sources of complete protein that our aging bodies can easily absorb. Inside each egg are 9 essential amino acids, which act as building blocks for repairing muscle fibers, especially those in our legs that begin to waste away as we get older. But the benefits don't stop there. Eggs are also rich in vitamin D, a nutrient that quietly protects both our muscles and balance. Without enough of it, our muscles may contract improperly, making us feel stiff, unsteady, or prone to cramping, especially at night or after long periods of standing. And in the yolk lies another unsung hero, choline. This nutrient plays a vital role in keeping communication between your brain and muscles sharp. Every time you lift your foot, take a step, or shift your weight to one side, choline helps send those tiny electrical signals from your nervous system to your muscles. As we age, a lack of choline can cause those signals to slow down, leading to delayed reactions, awkward movements, and ultimately more frequent falls. According to a study by the National Institute on Aging, older adults with low vitamin D levels are up to 40% more likely to experience serious falls. These aren't just statistics, they're warning signs, often overlooked until it's too late. But food, when chosen and used with purpose, can be a form of quiet prevention. Take Mr. Henry, for example. At 75 years old, living alone in Des Moines, Iowa, he had started to feel unsteady walking up the 3 small steps to his front door. He would pause, hold the railing, and sometimes ask for help with groceries. His daughter grew concerned and encouraged him to speak with a local dietitian. The advice was simple: eat 2 boiled eggs every morning. No pills, no supplements, no complicated routine. Just real food, done right. Within 12 weeks, Henry felt the difference. He stood taller, steadier, and could once again walk to the nearby market, on his own, with pride. Now it's important to say this clearly. Not all eggs are prepared in ways that benefit our health. Frying them in heavy oil or smothering them in processed cheese can turn a healthy food into something much harder on your heart. Instead, steam them, boil them, or make a soft omelet with little to no oil. And whenever possible, reach for organic or pasture-raised eggs, which often contain higher amounts of vitamin D and omega-3s, both of which support not just your muscles, but your heart and brain as well. 1 to 2 eggs a day is a good range for most older adults. Pair them with fiber-rich vegetables like spinach or tomatoes, or enjoy them with a slice of whole grain toast. If you're managing cholesterol levels, ask your doctor if egg whites or reduced yolk options are better for you. The goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. It's choosing, each day, to nourish the body that's carried you through decades of work, love, and life. So have you added eggs into your routine? Do you have a favorite way to enjoy them? Scrambled, boiled, soft poached with avocado. I'd love to hear how you make this simple food part of your journey to staying strong. And if this story has helped you see eggs in a new light, please consider sharing this video with someone you care about. A simple act, like passing along a helpful tip, might just help someone avoid a dangerous fall. Don't forget to tap the like button and subscribe to Golden Wise Elders for more weekly guidance on living strong, steady, and independent. Now stay with me, because up next is a fruit that's smooth and soft on the outside, but holds the power to ease joint pain, improve flexibility, and help your legs move with freedom. Let's talk about what makes avocados more than just a trendy toast topping. Food number 2, avocado. Let's talk about something smooth, creamy, and surprisingly powerful. The humble avocado. You might have it sliced on toast, mixed in a salad, or even mashed into guacamole. But what many older adults don't know is that this soft green fruit holds real strength. It doesn't just taste good. It helps keep your legs moving smoothly, your joints pain-free, and your body more balanced with every step you take. As we get older, the wear and tear in our joints becomes more noticeable. That morning stiffness, the slow warm-up when getting out of bed, or the dull ache after a walk. These aren't just signs of age, they're often signals of inflammation. But here's where avocado shines. Packed with monounsaturated fats, potassium, and vitamin E, avocados act like internal joint lubricants. They don't just fill you up, they nourish the tissues that help your legs bend, stretch, and support your weight throughout the day. According to a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, eating avocados regularly has been shown to reduce arthritis-related joint inflammation by up to 23%. That's not just a number, that's the difference between walking comfortably and needing a cane. Those healthy fats in avocados help reduce the chronic inflammation that slowly eats away at mobility. And vitamin E? It protects your muscles and joints from oxidative damage. Damage that builds up silently over years and makes recovery slower, movement stiffer, and pain more common. Dr. Maya Thomas, a geriatric specialist in Chicago, puts it simply. Good fats are like oil for your engine. When you feed your joints with the right nutrition, you give yourself the best chance to move without pain. And potassium, often overlooked, plays a key role in muscle contraction and fluid balance. If your legs cramp easily or feel heavy by midday, a potassium deficiency might be part of the problem. Avocados provide more potassium per serving than a banana, and unlike many processed foods, they come with none of the added sodium that can cause water retention and swelling. Now let's talk about how to eat them, because like anything good, moderation matters. One avocado a day is generally safe and beneficial for most seniors. You can mash it on whole grain toast, blend it into a smoothie, slice it into your salad, or spread it as a creamy substitute for butter or mayonnaise. Just remember, if you're on a weight management plan, you may want to limit your intake to half an avocado per serving since it's naturally high in calories, but all from the good stuff. What really matters is consistency. A little bit every day supports long-term joint health in a way that pills can't, because food doesn't just fuel us. It heals, it protects, and it keeps us independent. Now I'd love to hear from you. Have you added avocado to your meals lately? What's your favorite way to enjoy it? Maybe you've got a family recipe or a breakfast trick to share. Drop a comment below. Your tip could help someone else feel more comfortable in their own body. And if this information spoke to you, please share it with a friend, a neighbor, or someone in your church group who could benefit. Don't forget to tap that like button and subscribe to Golden Wise Elders for weekly guidance that makes aging stronger, not slower. Still with me? Good. Because up next, we'll dive into a natural muscle builder that's rich in omega-3s and B vitamins, and it lives in the sea. You won't want to miss it. Food number 3, salmon. Let's pause for a moment and talk about strength. Not the kind you show off in the gym, but the kind that lets you lift your grandchild, climb the church steps, or carry your own groceries with pride. That quiet, everyday strength that helps you stay independent. For that kind of strength, few foods compare to salmon. Salmon is more than just a fancy dinner or something you eat when you're trying to be healthy. For older adults, it's one of the most powerful foods you can add to your plate. Rich in high-quality protein, omega-3 fatty acids, and vitamin B12, salmon helps rebuild the muscles that slowly weaken with age. Every time you walk, sit down, or steady yourself, you're using dozens of small muscle groups, and they need support to stay strong. But here's the thing. Salmon doesn't just feed your muscles, it fights for them. The omega-3s in salmon have been shown to reduce chronic inflammation, one of the leading causes of joint pain and stiffness in aging bodies. Inflammation creeps in quietly. You may not notice it until it becomes harder to bend your knees or your hands ache after gardening. But inside, it's damaging your muscle fibers and joints little by little, day by day. According to Harvard Health, omega-3 fatty acids don't just reduce inflammation. They also help your muscles respond better to insulin, which means more energy, better blood sugar control, and faster recovery after movement. That's essential for older adults, especially those at risk of type 2 diabetes or muscle fatigue. And don't overlook vitamin B12. This essential nutrient supports nerve health and red blood cell production, helping your body deliver oxygen efficiently to your legs, arms, and heart. In many parts of the world, people are living longer, healthier lives, not because of fancy supplements or magic cures, but because of the way they eat. In Japan, there's a woman named Etsuko. She's 82 years old and lives in a small coastal town, one of the world's famous blue zones, where people regularly live past 90 with energy and purpose. Every day after lunch, Etsuko walks 3 kilometers through her village. Her secret? For the past 30 years, she's eaten grilled salmon for lunch at least 3 times a week. Simple, consistent, nourishing. And you can do the same. Just 2 to 3 servings of salmon per week is enough to support muscle health, reduce inflammation, and give your heart what it needs to keep beating strong. Grill it with a bit of lemon and herbs, bake it with olive oil and garlic, or flake it into a salad with avocado and leafy greens. If you're short on time, canned wild salmon is also a convenient option. Just check the label to avoid added salt or preservatives. Now, a quick word of caution. Not all salmon is created equal. Try to avoid deep-fried salmon or heavily processed fillets, which can cancel out the health benefits. When possible, choose wild-caught salmon instead of farmed, as is generally lower in contaminants and higher in nutrients. And here's something to think about. Your muscles are always working for you, even when you're at rest. Give them what they need to recover, to stay strong, and to serve you for years to come. So, have you tried salmon lately? What's your favorite way to prepare it? Baked, grilled, in a salad, or something passed down from your family? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and share your go-to salmon recipe with our community. Someone out there might be inspired to try it because of you. And if this story made you think about food a little differently today, if it helped you feel more hopeful or more in control of your health, go ahead and tap the like button. Share this video with someone who needs a reminder that strong legs and a strong heart begin with what's on the plate. And of course, subscribe to Golden Wise Elders so we can keep walking this journey together, wiser, stronger, and with more joy. Coming up next, we'll explore a sweet, colorful food that does more than just brighten your plate. It protects your muscles from aging, reduces stiffness, and even sharpens your memory. Let's dive into the healing power of berries. Food number 4, berries. Let's take a moment to talk about something small but mighty. Berries. These little bursts of color might look delicate, but inside, they hold some of the most powerful natural compounds your body could ever ask for. For aging muscles, tired joints, and even foggy minds, berries act like silent bodyguards, working behind the scenes to protect, repair, and revive. With age, our muscles don't just grow weaker, they become more vulnerable. The damage isn't always visible, but over time, free radicals and inflammation quietly chip away at our strength. That's where berries come in. Whether it's blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, or raspberries, they are packed with antioxidants, vitamin C, and anti-inflammatory compounds that help your muscles stay young, inside and out. When you eat berries regularly, you're not just enjoying a sweet treat. You're giving your body tools to fight cellular aging, to protect tissues from wear and tear, and to stimulate collagen production, which keeps muscles, tendons, and joints elastic and strong. It's like giving your body a tune-up, without any side effects. A study from Tufts University revealed something remarkable. Older adults who consumed berries consistently had up to 30% faster muscle recovery after minor injuries. That means fewer sore days after a long walk, quicker bounce back from gardening or errands, and greater overall mobility. And it's not just about recovery. It's about preservation. The antioxidants in berries actively neutralize free radicals, the unstable molecules that accelerate muscle degeneration and joint stiffness. Dr. Jenna Lee, a nutritional specialist in Boston, says just half a cup of mixed berries a day can make a significant difference in how your body responds to inflammation, especially in your joints and connective tissues. She recommends making it a morning habit, not as a chore, but as a quiet gift you give your body each day. So how can you add berries into your routine in a way that's easy, enjoyable, and sustainable? Add a handful to your morning yogurt or oatmeal. Blend them into a smoothie with spinach and almond milk. Sprinkle them over a bowl of whole grain cereal or enjoy them fresh by the handful as a midday snack. Just remember to choose fresh or frozen berries without added sugar, and avoid canned berries and syrup, which can spike blood sugar and counteract the benefits. Now, I know some of you grew up with wild berries on your land. Maybe you picked them with your grandchildren or made homemade jam in the summer. Food is memory, and berries remind us that something so small, so sweet, can carry so much healing. Tell me this. What's your favorite berry? Are you a strawberry lover, or do you lean toward blueberries, blackberries, or maybe even tart raspberries? I'd love to know, and I know others in our community would too. Leave your answer in the comments below. And if you've got a favorite way to enjoy them, share your recipe or tip. You might just inspire someone else to take a step toward better health. If this part of the video gave you a new appreciation for what berries can do, go ahead and tap the like button. And if you know someone who's struggling with stiff joints or slow recovery, share this video with them. Sometimes the smallest changes, like half a cup of berries a day, make the biggest difference. And of course, subscribe to Golden Wise Elders so you never miss a weekly dose of wisdom for your body, your mind, and your spirit. Now don't go anywhere, because up next is a root vegetable you may already have in your pantry. And it holds the secret to long-lasting energy, faster recovery, and stronger legs. Food number 5, sweet potatoes. Let's talk about energy. Not the kind that comes in bursts and crashes, but the kind that carries you steadily through your day. The kind that lets you walk the dog in the morning, stand through choir practice, and still have enough left to make dinner without needing to sit down every 5 minutes. That kind of lasting energy doesn't come from sugar, caffeine, or processed snacks. It comes from foods that give more than they take. And one of the best examples? The humble sweet potato. Don't let its soft texture and sweet flavor fool you. Sweet potatoes are one of nature's most powerful sources of slow, sustained energy, especially for aging bodies. Packed with complex carbohydrates, dietary fiber, vitamin A, and potassium, they nourish your muscles from the inside out. Unlike white bread, pasta, or pastries that spike your blood sugar and leave you feeling drained an hour later, sweet potatoes break down slowly. That means your muscles receive a steady flow of energy, keeping them active, responsive, and strong throughout the day. But sweet potatoes do more than energize. They help repair. Every time you take a step, your muscles experience tiny tears, especially if you've been inactive or are just starting to move more again. When we were younger, our bodies healed those tears quickly. But as we age, muscle recovery slows down, unless we feed it right. Sweet potatoes, with their rich supply of vitamin A and antioxidants, support this recovery process, helping reduce soreness, stiffness, and that lingering fatigue that keeps many older adults from staying active. Harvard Medical School recommends replacing fast-burning white carbs with slow-digesting carbohydrates like sweet potatoes, especially for older adults looking to reduce muscle loss and boost long-term energy. And it's not just about the carbs, it's the synergy. Potassium, found in abundance in sweet potatoes, helps maintain healthy muscle contractions and prevents those frustrating leg cramps that tend to sneak up at night or after walking for long periods. It also helps regulate blood pressure, supporting heart function alongside muscle strength. Nutritionist Susan Clark, who specializes in aging and digestion, puts it like this: sweet potatoes not only support gut health, they enhance nutrient absorption, and that's the foundation of muscle recovery and strength. If your body can't absorb what you eat, it can't rebuild what you've lost. And that brings us to the real world. A gentleman named Robert, age 70, from North Carolina, used to feel dizzy if he stood in line too long. His energy would crash mid-morning, and walking became something he avoided. After working with a wellness coach, Robert made one simple change. He swapped out his white toast at breakfast for a baked sweet potato. Within 2 months, his balance improved, his energy leveled out, and he began walking to his local farmer's market again, just to enjoy the motion. Of course, how you prepare sweet potatoes makes a big difference. Avoid adding sugar, butter, or marshmallows, which can spike blood sugar and cancel out the benefits. Instead, bake them, steam them, or roast them with a touch of olive oil and herbs. You can cube them into a warm salad, mash them with cinnamon, or even blend them into a smoothie with a hint of almond milk. The possibilities are endless and delicious. So now I'll ask you, do you eat sweet potatoes regularly? Have you found a favorite way to prepare them that makes you feel energized and satisfied? Share it with us in the comments below. We're building a community of wisdom here, and your tip might help someone else take that first step toward better strength and better days. And if this part of the video made you think differently about what fuels your body, if it gave you a new tool to feel steadier and more in control, Then tap that like button. Share it with someone who needs the reminder that food is not just comfort, it's medicine. And of course, subscribe to Golden Wise Elders so we can continue this journey together, stronger and wiser with each passing week. Coming up next, we'll turn to a food that's often seen as plain, even boring. But it holds the secret to smoother muscle function, better circulation, and fewer nighttime cramps. Let's talk about oats. Food number 6, oats. They're simple, they're affordable, and they're one of the best kept secrets to stronger, steadier legs, especially as we age. Most people think of oats as a boring bowl of mush, something you eat when you have nothing else in the pantry. But when you look deeper, oats are a powerful source of complex carbohydrates, plant-based protein, iron, and magnesium. A perfect blend for older adults who want to stay mobile, prevent fatigue, and keep their muscles responsive all day long. Here's what happens when you start your day with oats. Unlike sugary cereals or white bread, which spike your blood sugar and leave you feeling drained by mid-morning, oats release energy slowly and steadily. That means no crashes, no afternoon slump, and no shaky knees after standing too long. Your muscles get the fuel they need to contract properly, hold your weight, and keep moving with ease. But oats aren't just about energy. They also protect you from one of the most common and frustrating issues many older adults face: muscle cramps and spasms. With enough magnesium and iron, your muscles stay relaxed, your blood carries oxygen more efficiently, and your legs can recover faster, especially after a long day on your feet. The Journal of Geriatric Nutrition published a study showing that seniors who ate oats for breakfast reported less fatigue and leg discomfort after prolonged standing. And according to Dr. Lisa Monroe, a nutrition expert in Seattle, just a third of a cup of plain oats each morning can improve lower body flexibility and stamina within 4 weeks. It's a small habit with a big return. But, and this is important, not all oats are created equal. Many instant oatmeal packets are loaded with added sugar, artificial flavors, and preservatives. These work against your goals. If you want the benefits, go for plain rolled oats or steel cut oats. Cook them slowly or soak them overnight for a soft, creamy texture. You can mix them into yogurt with berries, stir them into smoothies, bake them into oat muffins, or add a pinch of cinnamon and nuts for a warming breakfast. And here's the best part. Oats don't just feed your muscles, they nourish your gut. The soluble fiber in oats supports digestion, helps your body absorb other essential nutrients more effectively, and keeps things running smoothly. Quite literally. That means better immunity, better energy, and yes, better strength from the inside out. So let me ask you, have you been using oats as part of your morning routine? If so, what's your favorite way to prepare them? Maybe it's something simple like oats with banana, or maybe you've got a recipe passed down from your mom. Whatever it is, I'd love to hear about it. And I know others in this community would too. Drop your favorite oat tips or questions in the comments below. And if this segment gave you a fresh perspective on this humble grain, tap the like button and share it with someone you care about. Because sometimes the simplest choices, like what we eat for breakfast, make the biggest difference in how strong we feel, how far we can walk, and how deeply we enjoy our lives. And don't forget to subscribe to Golden Wise Elders, your weekly home for practical advice, shared wisdom, and encouragement as we age with purpose, dignity, and strength. So let's take a moment to remember what we've learned today. Your legs, your strength, your independence don't disappear overnight. They fade slowly, quietly, and often without warning. But the good news is you have the power to protect them. With the right foods, with eggs, avocados, salmon, berries, sweet potatoes, and oats, you can support your muscles, ease your joints, and rebuild the energy that carries you through every step of your day. These aren't magic cures. They're everyday choices. Simple, nourishing, and deeply powerful. And every time you choose them, you're choosing to stay strong, to stay steady, to stay you. Because growing older doesn't mean giving up. Every time you stand tall without support, every time you walk across the room without fear, that is a quiet victory. And you don't have to walk that journey alone. Here on Golden Wise Elders, we walk it with you. We're your neighbors, your community, your friends. We believe aging should be full of dignity, knowledge, and joy. And we're here to remind you, your best years can still be ahead. If this video helped you in any way, if it gave you hope or a plan or just a little peace, please tap the like button. Share this with someone you care about. And if you haven't already, subscribe and turn on notifications, because we're here for you every single week. And before you go, leave us a comment. Tell us which of these foods are already part of your routine. Which one are you excited to try? We read every word, and your voice helps make this space more meaningful for everyone. Until next time, stay strong, stay kind, and stay golden.